Buyurun, buyurun. Aziz milletim,
My great nation,
Enerji ve Tabii Kaynaklar Bakanlığımızın
estimable representatives of the Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources, distinguished guests, distinguished members of press, I cordially greet each and every one of you with most heartfelt thoughts, longing, and love. Today is a historic day for our country, and we have gathered here to share good news with you all, as you know. Energy, other than being a very crucial element for development, is also very crucial for national development, as you reckon. The visions that countries put forward are to be materialized, and this directly correlates with the stability in the field of energy. The chaos, wars, atrocities, conflicts in the world are related with some accounts to do with energy. The reserves of oil and natural gas are protected, and to protect those, lives of millions of people are ignored by this violent order. Some do value a drop of oil more precious than the blood of people, and this order unfortunately still reigns. Think about what has been ongoing in Syria over the past years. We always stand with the oppressed and the aggrieved, and when we go to the places for their help, some others leave everything aside and turn their faces directly to oil facilities and resources. We have observed the same in Libya. Upon the call of our Libyan brothers and sisters, we have taken on the struggle to protect them, while some others ended up at the gates or the borders of oil and natural gas resources. And there is a fight to share all those. And God willing, we have never changed our priorities. We have always put the human beings to the foreground, and we always stood with the oppressed and the aggrieved, and we said rights, laws, and justice comes first. We held tight on our dignity, and now God has opened a door for us, a unique richness. Some new doors will open for us somewhere else in the near future, hopefully, because we are now in the higher leagues, if you will. Of course, it has not been easy for us to arrive to this very day. For our country, we have for long years carried out petroleum, oil, and gas exploration activities, and generally through rented services. And in drilling activities over the seas, we were foreign dependent. And following millions, hundreds of millions of exploration activities, we had nothing but certain pages. Of course, maybe they looked for those resources truly, but they failed to discover. But then we understood this was not going to be the way for it to work out, because such activities cannot be possible through rented services or hired organizations, and we have made decisions to run those activities through our own national authorities. Our national energy and mines policy in 2017 has been updated, and the Minister of Energy and Natural Resources of the time, Mr. Berat Albayrak, and his successor, Fatih Dönmez, with their teams, meticulously probed on those policies and put them in practice. into practice. Deep sea drilling activities took start during that time, and then consecutively 3 drilling vessels were brought to our naval forces, and PARTİ made us enjoy this very day, and PARTİ and Yavuz drilling vessels made us one of the few countries of the world. Barbaros Hayrettin Pasha as well as Oruç Reis seismic drilling vessels made our fleet even more strong. 3 drilling vessels and 2 seismic exploration vessels of our country use all our national equipment, and they do carry out activities with national forces and personnel. All the drilling activities done so far has also been very cost-effective. Our seismic research and drilling activities have been fully nationally organized, and we are not foreign dependent. And if it were the otherwise, of course, some people would not have us even take a single breath. We only act through our national and our domestic sources, and that is why we have succeeded. My great nation, to enjoy this very moment, now I would like to bring you the good news. Turkey has made its biggest natural gas discovery in the Black Sea. PARTİ drilling vessel on July 20 started activities for drilling in Tuna 1 zone, and God willing, it has discovered a natural gas resource, a reserve of 320 billion. I remember the day we sent it off the Bosphorus, and it has departed, and as a result, it obtained outcomes and achieved the exploration. PARTİ drilling vessel has made all of us proud. That befits its very name. Thank God. Tuna 1, Danube 1 zone was its name, and we have changed its name into Sakarya gas reserve, and all the analytics and engineering activities have now been completed. The data retrieved from the well will, of course, further strengthen other natural gas discoveries, and they indicate that there are other resources. So the reserve, the resource found in this well is only one part of a larger resource, and hopefully the rest will follow. And we are grateful to God for having blessed us with this day and with this beautiful moment. As a country that has suffered for years in the past, we believe we will be looking into our future with more self-confidence, and we have done this organization by way of using natural means. And now we will be opening exploration wells, and a production council will be established. Construction and production activities will follow immediately to extract the natural gas, and for it to be transferred into the system. These resources will be practically benefited from. Now I will share the target. Our target is by 2023 is to bring the Black Sea to be extracted, the natural gas to be extracted from the Black Sea to the service of our people. Thus, we have we will have the chance to reap the fruits of our great works that have been ongoing very meticulously with our vessels of PARTİ and Yavuz vessels. So far we have made totally 9 deep waters drilling activities, and the last drilling activity has made it possible for us to bring good news to our people, and we hope to see similar good news from the Mediterranean as well. And Kanuni vessel is under maintenance, and when it starts its operations by the end of the year, we will be accelerating our activities in the Mediterranean, and we will continue with our drilling activities. Not everyone who looks for will be able to find, but those who find will be blessed. So we will look for further resources, and hopefully we will discover. And Sakarya gas reserve made it possible for us to commence, and hopefully the rest will follow, because Sakarya is a very crucial path for us, and we are mad for that very path to follow and pursue our journey, not only, of course, over the seas, but also in our territories over the land. We will be more concretely running activities, and we have a now higher number of licenses for further exploration and discovery. We are resolute to find the energy issues of our country completely. Turkey has suffered for that for many years, and we have paid heavy prices. The main reason for our current deficit account is stemming from energy, and it has always been so. Thanks to the importance we place on natural and domestic resources, maybe we have relatively balanced the situation, but still we are a significant importer in the field of energy, and this is the main reason for our current account deficit. So we will explore more over the seas and become a clear exporter of energy resources extracted through the seas. We will concentrate on conventional energy resources on one hand, but on the other we will concentrate on the technologies of future, starting from electric engines, and we will continue to invest in the technologies of the future, and every resource is the harbinger of another resource, and we are determined to show our strength and decisiveness in every field. Turkey does not now need the shade of the others, and has the will and decisiveness and resources to stand on its own feet. We will not have our sights set on the rights of others, but we will not have anyone to usurp our rights, and with this understanding we will continue to pursue our journey. And this matter is now brought to us, and in all matters we are righteous. Especially the EU is spoiling Greece and making it attack on us. And due to the double standards they show, the EU is betraying its own principles and wears out national principles. Nonsense, maps of nonsense will be bringing the biggest harm to the EU itself, and no one should forget that. Engaging in actions that violates its own acquis will not help the EU, but the already problemed reputation of the EU will become weaker if you continue to portray similar behaviors. But those who do not want to still see Turkey's power will receive their answers both in the field and at the tables. Following the exploration in Sakarya oil reserves, I believe we have much brighter futures awaiting us. And today we will be leaving a very crucial legacy for the next generations. For the welfare, for the prosperity of our people, we will continue to work day and night. May God help us along this path, and may God keep the path ahead of us clear and open. Using this opportunity, I once again wish that this exploration of natural gas will be auspicious for our country, for our nation, and for the region. And hopefully the new and the next explorations to follow will again be auspicious for all. And we will be sharing, of course, these with all the people that have high hopes on us. And I pray to God that these will be auspicious for everyone. I would like to thank to our country, to our people, and everyone working on the site, all authorities and institutions that have contributed to the fruition of this process. I, in particular, would like to thank to the Ministers of Energy and Natural Resources, Berat Albayrak and Fatih Dönmez, for opening the path for that discovery. And I would like to once again congratulate them and greet you all with love and respect. Thank you. Stay in health. And now we will be listening to Mr. Albayrak. The floor is yours.
Sayın Cumhurbaşkanım, hakikaten bugün
Mr. President,
ülkemizin
truly today has
enerji politikaları açısından, ekonomisi açısından çok
been a very crucial, a very historic day for the energy and natural resources policies of our country. We are excited and we are proud.
yılın kaderinin şekillendiği bu günlerde
So during those days when the future of our country will be shaped, we will witness better
ekstra şöyle bir anlamı var.
outcomes
Milletimizin tarihinde
to follow.
Ağustos ayı hepimizin
And
malumu zaferler ayı.
And August is, as you know, a month of victories, and it has always been so throughout our history. From Marzicaret to Sakarya, in August, generally, over the past years and centuries, we have emerged victorious in many struggles we have taken on. And in the field of energy now, we have also triumphed, and we buried the history of bad news, and we have now been witnessing a very glorious moment, and this is something that we tremendously take pride in. Hopefully, along this process, in many fields, starting from energy and economy and defense industry, as well as many other fields, our country will be taking a very, very big step towards being independent in all fields. And this concerns, of course, all relevant institutions and authorities, and as well it will help all the people of this country. The exploration here is 83 million, and from all corners of our country, from Hakkari to Edirne, from Trabzon to Hatay, each and every citizen of 83 million of this country will, of course, enjoy this very moment and this excitement in and out of itself. Considering the scope of the project, we have made evaluations and some technical assessments with my colleagues on the vessel here on board here, and I can now say that the potential here will hopefully make our country to remove the issues about current account deficit off of our agenda, because every year Turkey imports an energy that corresponds to a cost of almost $40 billion. But now, from this moment on, we will be talking about current account surplus instead of deficits. And now I can see that clearly, considering even the most recent pieces of data coming through regarding this project. As you said before, Turkey is now entering into a new era. Neither the West nor the East. We have now a new axis, and we are marching towards a very new era. And in this I would like to, of course, say that the ministries have taken on to very crucial struggles from 2016-17 on. The teams have exerted a lot of efforts. I first of all would like to thank to the minister, Mr. Dönmez, and the deputy minister, Mr. Alparslan, and also the general manager of VEFA, all the engineers on board, and all members of this great team. They all deserve special thanks. And on this path, on this journey of natural resources, national energy resources, many figures contributed tremendously. And the family of the Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources, all those behind the scenes, I would like to congratulate them and extend my special thanks, because this has been a very, very challenging journey, because they have made a lot of sacrifices, and for days and nights they worked and brought about this outcome to us. But first things first, Mr. President, I would like to personally thank to you wholeheartedly for firmly believing in us and always standing with us. And I am grateful to God because He has graced us with this and has not put us to shame. And now I can again say clearly that no efforts will go unnoticed by God. If you believe, if you work, and if you, more importantly, struggle for a specific cause, God will be blessing you at the end, tomorrow or today. But He will. And I have wholeheartedly believed in this process from its very beginning, and I believe that this has now opened a new period for our country. Using this opportunity, I once again wish that this good project, this beautiful day, will be auspicious for our people, for 83 million people of this country, and I would like to once again extend my best regards and respect. Thank you very much. Stay in health.
Evet, Fatih Bey, söz sizde, buyurun.
Now you have the floor, Mr. Minister. Mr. Dönmez. Mr. President, I would like to greet you and our people from the Black Sea, from PARTİ drilling vessel. With respect, today is a very important day for us, for our country, for our nation. This is going to be a historical turning point, and we all feel the excitement for it. Mr. President, I would like to start my words by sharing a short story. When I took over the office from Mr. Albayrak here, we had a small talk, and we said to ourselves that problems regarding electricity generation were solved to a great extent, and our supply was more than the demand, and that we delivered natural gas to almost all corners of our country. Now we have managed to supply natural gas to all 81 provinces of our country, and about 60 million citizens now have access to natural gas at home. So in this new era, we will concentrate on exploration activities for natural gas and oil. And back in time, I said that we would, and you wished us success. And then we started, and now we are on board in this PARTİ drilling vessel. And before we sent it to the well it was going to operate in, we again had a talk and said that we are now on a very challenging and a long path, but it is going to be important for us, we said. And Norway, for example, made 30 trials, and some other countries made 150 trials to explore. And you said to me back then, our nation has waited long enough, you said, so you should be quick, you said. And then we gathered with my colleagues and said that we should concentrate on the areas, on locations where we have a high potential, where there is a high potential, and prayed that we would explore at least in the 10th time. And now we have, and I am grateful to God that He has blessed us with this discovery. Mr. President, the seismic studies took start 14 months ago in West Black Sea Sakarya oil reserves, and about 2 square kilometers of area was, so to speak, X-rayed. And the experts analyzed all the pieces of relevant data meticulously, and on the coordinates we are standing right now. We decided to start our first drilling. And then we launched the survey, and PARTİ vessel was sent from Istanbul, and the towers of the ship were disassembled, and we marked, as you know, the 567th anniversary of the conquest of Istanbul, and we on that day sent the ship from the Bosphorus to the Black Sea. And when it departed and made its course to the Black Sea, then the towers were assembled back and the machines started operating. And about a month later, we discovered, and we are about 35 meters below the sea level in our operations. And we also operated offshore about 1,400 kilometers, and we looked for natural gas, and in a reserve, in a resource 500 meters deep, we found the natural gas. All the tests and detailed engineering activities and analyses were carried out, and as you said before, the engineers and the experts shared with us the amount of the gas explored in that depth. And we are not done here. We will go an additional 1,000 meters down, because the seismic data indicate that there are other layers and potentials, and seismic data shows that we will reach down to additional resources there. And this field that we have explored now is about 250 square meters, and we kilometers, and we will be opening new wells and further deepen the scope of our studies, and hopefully when we are marking the centenary of the foundation of our republic by 2023, we will have more good news to bring. The quality of the gas explored here is also very crucial. It seems to be of high quality. This is another good news to share, Mr. President. And these all will, of course, be bringing about cost effectiveness. We will have other seismic studies of more than 670 kilometers of area. Once we have new developments, we will be sharing it with you, Mr. President, and of course with our people. We have always firmly believed in this, and we have started this journey and set sail with decisiveness and every time we reiterated that we will find it, we would find it, and as you said, only those who truly look for will be able to find what they look for. And of course, the blessings and the prayers by our nation is also very important. Sometimes maybe we were discouraged, and many employees of Petrol faced challenges, and some tried to block them away. But still, with all this perseverance and steadfastness, we carried on with our work. And we always have felt the prayers by our nation. Even there were some times we had negative outcomes from our exploration work, some of our exploration works. Some citizens shared messages over the social media with us and said it does not matter, it is important that you have our flags flying high over the seas, and they always supported us along this path. And I would like to share another story, a short story with you. We worked with the Turkish Petroleum and many national and international employees, and two of them, for example, were EU citizens, and some pressured them, but they said that we are happy here, our own countries do not stand for us, and they said that they were willing to be Turkish citizens, and they have made their applications, and now many then international employees are Turkish citizens, and they are working with us. This support you have given to us is more important than anything, of course, and I would like to extend my special gratitudes to you. And the former Minister of Energy and Natural Resources kept a close track on each and every development and stood with us all the way to the end, and I would like to thank to him. This goes the same for our foreign minister. He defended our righteous cause within and outside the country, and we also have the Minister of National Defense. He never left us alone, but always supported us with the national naval forces. And there are many other ministries and, of course, other authorities and institutions that supported us fully. And I would like to thank them wholeheartedly. And also Mr. Melihan, the general manager of Turkish Patrols, I would like to thank to him, and also all who exerted efforts and showed a great perseverance. I would like to thank to them. And I also would like to thank to the Deputy Minister, Alparslan, Mr. Alparslan. He also spent his days and nights on board on these vessels with us, and I again would like to extend my gratitude to our great nation, to our great people, and we hope that we will be announcing more good news. I, using this opportunity, would like to thank you all very much and share my best regards, Mr. President. Thank you. Yes, distinguished friends, we hope that this will be auspicious, so those who are able to find are those who look for it. And now we have 9 deep sea drilling project operations launched and completed, and we will resolutely continue with other operations. And as ministers said, we worked with some countries. These were some well-known brands, from BP to Shell and ExxonMobil. There were about many companies that launched about 150 drilling operations and could not find anything, and they did not spend a penny out of their pockets. We provided all the means and met all the costs, because this is not an easy task to deliver. And we then started operations with our own vessels, both the seismic surveys and the drillings. This way we have reduced the costs tremendously. This is how we march on our path, and of course our purpose is to resolutely carry on with our operations activities until 2023 and obtain concrete outcomes. I listened to the members of the teams in Ankara yesterday, and they gave us great hopes, and now we have high hopes for 2023, and now we can look into our future with confidence, and this project has offered us now a new perspective. I would like to thank to them on behalf of our members and our nation. When Kanuni also starts its operations in the Black Sea, not only PARTİ but Kanuni also will be navigating. From time to time, they will be sharing operations in the east of the Mediterranean. We will be launching maybe different studies, different surveys. So in natural gas and in oil, we as Turkey will always be out there, and we will say that we are here. Once again, I hope that this day will be auspicious, will bring about luck and success. I would like to thank to all the ministers, deputy ministers, the members of teams, and all who contributed to the fruition of this project. And I wish for the blessings of God on you all. Thank you very much. Stay in health.
Tarihimizden aldığımız ilhamla Türkiye'nin enerji tarihinde yeni